Wcxo is Wcxo. Carlisle.
This broadcast is a presentation of Wcxo Sports. Wcxo Sports. Since 1999, the sports voice of the Carlisle Indians, the Central Cougars, the Mater Dei Knights, and the Westland Warriors presents Talkin' Sports on Max 96.7. Talkin' Sports is powered by Brett's Wildlife Lodge and Winery in Carlisle. Talkin' Sports is brought to you by Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in Centralia. Kaskaskia College. The future's yours at Kaskaskia College. Emin Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. Nordike Funeral Home with 5 locations to serve your needs. McKendree University in Lebanon. Sieber Brothers in Carlisle. 12 Oaks Vineyard in rural Carlisle. And by Becker Jewelers with locations in Breeze and Highland and always online at beckerjewelers.com. Here's the host of Talkin' Sports, Rip Notmeyer.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Talkin' Sports. Rip here in the Bird Watson Health Mart studio. On the air tonight, we're going to talk some wrestling with Carlisle High Coach Ben Wademan, and later on, we zip over to Centralia for Centralia Orphan Annie's Hoops Coach Roger Stieg. Plus, as always on Monday, we have the Easy on Travel, Little Augie's Pizza, Clinton County Prep Athlete of the Week. But let's do due diligence right now with Scores and Stuff, which is brought to you by Mideastern Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning in Carlisle, the hometown source for residential and commercial work. We tug on the Johnston Jewelers guest line for St. Louis and Andy Newbold. Andy, welcome back.
Hey, thanks for having me, Rip.
Well, we've got a few local items to roll through here first, and we'll get on to the rest of the agenda. High school basketball, Andy, and now it's playoff time, so it's getting pretty interesting over here, and I'm sure on that side of the river too.
Oh yeah, totally. Who's still in it playing right now?
Well, the boys actually are just starting this week and next. The smaller 2 classes this week, and then next week 3 and 4. So we've got Westland and Carlisle among those teams tomorrow night and so forth. But as far as the girls, they're heating up now. They're further along. The Mater Dei Lady Knights, if they win tonight, they're in a super at Salem against the Topless, so they go to state if they win tonight. So that's a biggie. That's an 8 o'clock tip here on Max 96.7. Then the Central girls, they're up a notch. They're in 3A. They play tomorrow night in the sectional. So we're getting a little deeper there, and it's getting down to the nitty-gritty.
Oh, that's fun, man. Yeah, I remember being in high school and being in that atmosphere. It seems like the whole school and city get up for it, so that's exciting.
Yeah, especially for the smaller towns or smaller school. They really. So that's a great deal. But the Illini, my goodness, everybody's excited up there. I guess they finally won a game.
What's the record now? Are they above 500?
They're 2 below overall, and they're only 3-12 last in the Big Ten. It's been awful, a way worse experience than I thought in year 1 under Brad Underwood. So we hope he can pick up the pace and get some guys. If he can't get some talent, it won't matter.
God, it's crazy, man. Just think 10 years ago that was like a powerhouse, organization, basketball organization. Now they're just struggling to stay above 500 or even get to 500.
Amazing how it changes. I mean, they've had some teams in. Let's see, was that 2005 when they played North Carolina in St. Louis for the national crown?
Sergio.
Wow, that was
Sergio
fun.
McLean and all those guys. Yep.
That was fun. I almost went through StubHub, but I now as I look back, I should have bit that bullet, but. I was a little, I got
woulda, coulda, shoulda.
Whatever. We've all seen enough, so you can't. Missouri Tigers, they've won 6 in a row, haven't they?
They're starting to look good.
They really are. I hate to admit that.
You think Porter is gonna come back and play?
I don't know. I guess where there's smoke, there's fire. I'm not sure, unless that's mainly coming from his camp. I guess it's ultimately up to him if the doctor clears him at all, but.
Yeah, everybody that I keep talking to says they don't see him coming back, but that'd be interesting, man. Especially if they pull together a couple more wins here. I mean, that could be dangerous.
Would be more interesting if he came back and then they flopped.
Yeah, that too, yeah. And then his draft status is plummeting.
No, you know what? Nothing will hurt that. Nothing. He'll be a top 5 no matter what, because if he comes back too early, not healthy, and all that, that's what they'll write it off that way. And I'm sure he's a heck of a player. I'm quite confident of that. But now the Salukis won again in overtime. St. Louis U, they're winning some games, and kind of surprising me because they don't have many players left.
Right. Yeah, they're hanging around. I haven't seen them play at all this year, but are they pretty good?
Well, they're coming around now. They're up to 15 wins overall, and they're 8-6 in the conference. And the A-10 is usually pretty strong. So they beat Richmond Saturday. They have Dayton tomorrow, and
oh, nice.
Well, they're doing a pretty nice revival job over there. So SIUE lost over the weekend. How about Michigan State? Saturday, they were down 27 points to Northwestern, 22 at the half, and they came back and won.
Oh, man, I missed that. That's awesome.
Goodness gracious.
A tale of two halves.
Yeah. They made, 26 points in a row, something like that.
Oh, wow.
That'll
do it.
Talk about a run. That's pretty significant, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a nice little run right there.
The little wasn't a handshake, the hug, whatever, after the game. That was a little weird between the two coaches there. Izzo and Collins. He didn't want to rub it in, of course, that they came back, so it was just a little awkward in that way.
Nice.
You cannot blow leads like that to anybody.
Yeah, I don't think any coach would be real happy about shaking hands after a game like that.
All right, I missed it all, as is the usual. The only All-Star game I watch is the Major League Baseball All-Star game. Did you catch any of the Team LeBron against Team Steph game?
No, and I don't think you and I were the only ones. I was reading an article earlier today that said the NBA ratings were lower than the NFL Pro Bowl, which I don't know anybody that watches the Pro Bowl.
No, so. You know what? The Pro Bowl, for some dumb reason, people watch that.
Oh,
yeah.
I was surprised. I would have figured more people would watch the NBA All-Star game with all the hype and.
I would think so too. But you read that? I didn't read anything about the ratings at all. But
yeah, I was lower. But I did. The only thing I did watch, I was laying in bed and I saw a couple text messages about the national anthem.
Oh, brutal!
So I did Google that, and that was.
Brutal.
That was something, man.
And actually, since you brought it up, I wasn't. Well, I might have, but Fergie, that was shameful. As far as I'm concerned, ESPN said she confused and amused. I say she abused. She abused America with that. That was pitiful.
I don't even know what
she's better than that. She can sing,
right?
So I don't believe her explanation. It just didn't get the right tone. That wasn't an accident. She didn't care. She didn't care.
Right.
Didn't care one lick.
Remember
Greg Oden, Andy?
Yeah, first pick for Durant.
Well, now he's heading for the Big 3 draft pool. You know, they're playing that 3.
Yeah, like Ice Cube's league or whoever.
Yes. And guys get hurt in that all the time, so how long do you think he's going to last?
Oh, my gosh, man. The over-under has to be 1 quarter.
He's 30 now.
Oh, my gosh, is that it?
Yeah. Did you think he was older?
For some reason.
Well, I tell you what, you're right. When he was at Ohio State, he looked about 30, come to think of it.
Yeah, I was going to say he's a man-child. He was 42 when he was a freshman in college.
Boy, he was good in college for that 1 year.
Yeah, he was very good.
But he really was.
Think about that. He was drafted before Kevin Durant. How big of a difference would those two franchises be?
Yeah. Well, you know, Jordan went second. It's not an exact science there either, although it's a lot. You can get a lot closer. And who was the guard with Ohio State? He's still playing. He's with Memphis. Wasn't he a left-hander?
Gosh, who is it? I know who you're talking about.
I'm pretty sure he's still with Memphis, unless they just trade him over this last year or so. The Grizzlies.
Yeah.
The Grizzlies. I used to actually just kind of check on their webs. Plus, we have a gal who does NBA, Rosalind Ross, who's fantastic from Memphis and would keep me up to date. But I'll pass. I'm sorry, brother.
Is that Conley? Is it?
Yes, Mike Conley.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
He's the guy, and
he's a stud.
All of a sudden, they're drawing nobody in Memphis. Nobody.
Right.
Nobody. Well, what about the Cardinals? Camp opened last Wednesday for pitchers and catchers, and everybody's rolling in. And I don't know if they got. The thing is, again, you can always get other players as the season goes along before September and so forth. But right now, I don't. A lot of the pitching staffs, but I don't like their. They have potential, yeah, but how many absolutes do they have? Probably just Carlos Martinez.
Right.
As a guy, you really know what you're going to get for the most part.
They're going into the season with, one or two knowns. The rest, Wainwright could easily be a dud, and I love Wainwright.
Oh, yeah, but nobody can go forever. And Wcxo, his shoulder could go anytime. Luke Weaver looks to be fantastic. Will he keep it going or have a little sophomore slump, and everybody's going to see him for the second and third? And then the guy, Michaelis from Japan, not always real sure how that's going to translate from Japan over here. Some guys have done it.
I was talking to my buddies last week, and I said it's going to be all Memphis pitchers come May. I just have a feeling. I don't know if that's going to be a good thing or bad thing, but I just have a feeling Wayno's going to be something's up with him. There's just so many question marks in that rotation. It's crazy.
I'm not big on question marks, but I'm so far away from my youth and beyond that for 10 or 15 years when you pretty much knew who the four guys were on every roster. Four started at that time. And you got a clear cut on who it's going to be and if you're really in good shape and so forth. And not many guys flamed out with injury either. So
I don't know. And there should be, I don't know. I wish they could work something out with Lance Lynn, but it sounds like
me too. That's all they need right there. Simple. It's simple. They complicate things.
Right. I don't know. And then our bullpen, it'll be interesting because very easily we could be battling for number 1 and number 2 if a bunch of these guys
come through,
turn out to be legit.
If they come.
It's just, you see what Milwaukee's been doing, adding all that talent. The Cubs keep retooling, so I don't know. I don't have a good feeling about it.
And we have one of our locals from Highland, Jake Odorizzi, got dealt to Minnesota, and I would imagine he might have loved Florida. I'm not sure, but baseball alone, though, hey, Minnesota's a good place to play now. Nice ballpark, and they have a lot of good fans that come out. They've got a pretty good young team. I think he's going to enjoy that.
Oh, and Minnesota, that's a good pitcher right there. Minnesota didn't give up. They gave up their 27th
minor leaguer.
Prospect.
Yes.
You tell me the Cardinals couldn't have figured out
Yeah, I'm not sure, but no one else did either because I would think a lot of people would have. He just entering his prime now. He's 27. He's a good pitcher. He's not perfect, but he's a really good pitcher, and he's over 500 for his career, and that's in the American League where his ERA was 3.69, I think 2 years ago, and with the DH and all, he spins a pretty good ball.
Yeah, you're getting a guy with plenty of upside at a cheap value and in a good contract. So I don't know what would not be appealing about that.
Darvish signed on with the Cubbies, of course, for a bunch. Did you hear what just happened today, Andy?
Martinez?
Yeah.
Yeah. That contract, it's an interesting contract because he's got 2 opt-outs, which I still don't agree with that. That
was brilliant on the part of these agents for the players. That's happened now for the last 3 or 4 years? It's the craziest thing. Yeah, he gets $50 million over the first 2 years, and then he can opt out there. Yeah. And, of course, if for some reason he's playing poorly, no, I'll just stay here. Thank you.
Right.
It's a win-win for the player. The owners, they can be so dumb.
It's baffling. When Hayward got it, that's when I was really, scratching my head.
Yeah.
Now you're seeing everybody. Hosmer got it.
Hosmer, after 5 at least. And of course, by then, he may really want to stay because he's going to be about 35 years old then. And did Hayward... Did he go past one already, or is that this year, or what?
I think it's after his 3rd year. So I think it's after this season. But there's no way he's ever
Heck no. None of these guys will, unless, like in this case, Martinez just really goes bonkers over the next 2 years. Where how's he going to do? How's he going to do any better? Huh?
I don't think so.
No.
It's hard to see, especially if the owners are really trying to drive down the length of these contracts, which I don't.
They should
be. Seems like that's what's going on, but who knows?
They're not. They're getting antsy again now. The Blues lost the other night. They've been off a while. They finally play tomorrow night when San Jose floats into town. Ken Hitchcock, I suppose he got a kick out of that 2-1 win over the note on. I guess that was Sunday, right? Saturday or Sunday? What was that?
Was it Saturday?
I can't remember anymore. It's been so long.
I think
that was Friday, actually.
Oh, it was Friday.
Yeah, that was Friday night. And now, technically, Dallas is ahead of them by I guess by the one fewer loss and one fewer gameplay, they each have 72 points. That race is going to be incredible, especially in the Western Conference and the Central Division.
Yeah, all those teams are tight. They're like one game separates them, basically.
Yeah. And the Blues have a game in hand on everybody, 2 games on a couple of them. But the Vegas Golden Knights.
They're just dominating, doing what nobody has ever done before as an expansion team.
They're number 1 now at the moment. They jumped ahead of Tampa Bay by a point.
That's crazy.
And the rules were relaxed some, but still they made some nice free agent pickups, and all that's changed a little bit too in the past. But starting with Fleury from Pittsburgh, the goalie. I mean, when I saw that right away, holy cow! How'd they get this guy?
That's like Mark Brunell when he went to the Jacksonville Jaguars. You're like, what the heck?
He was good, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was a stud. He was like, I don't know if he ever got MVP, but he was up there. I mean, has there ever been an expansion team dominate this well?
I don't believe in anything. No, I don't see where that ever would have happened. But Daytona, did you catch any of that?
No, I just read the highlights. What's his name went in?
Austin
number
Dillon.
3.
Yeah, he only led for 1 lap. That's the second in a row that's happened. Yeah, there were 2 big wrecks, and I've come to the conclusion that you just need to, watch out for the other guy, lay back, wait for a couple of wrecks, and then give her heck, man. Stop it.
If you're not first, you're last.
Yeah. I mean, everybody got wrecked, including, of course, Danica Patrick, who she always crashes.
Yeah, that's Aaron Rodgers' new boo.
Yeah, good luck with that. I don't think either one will be able to take the other one too long.
Yeah,
in fact, I'm betting on him bowing out first. The Winter Olympics. Anything in tune with you there, Andy?
The only thing I saw was that 17-year-old snowboarder that won gold. That was pretty cool.
Was she the one who qualified when she was 13?
I think so.
I believe so too. Chloe.
Yeah. Yep.
I've seen I've seen some of that. It's kind of mildly. I really like, believe it or not, short track speed skating. Those guys are amazing, and the women, they're unbelievable. They stay on. Gosh.
Well, you know what? The one thing I did watch when I found this issue, I didn't even know it existed, was where they ski and then they get the gun out, they shoot at the target. Yeah, that was cool.
It is.
I enjoyed watching that.
And if you miss, you have to take another lap for every target you miss. Wow.
I feel like that would have been a great neighborhood game to play back in the day as kids.
Yeah. That's pretty. I like alpine skiing too, and the skeleton. They go head first. Goodness, who thought of that?
I don't know.
Bubba Watson, Jin Young Ko, and Joe Durant were the golf winners over the weekend. Andy,
Bubba.
I guess we've reeled through this already. Time goes by quickly. Thanks for coming on again, okay?
Hey, thanks for having me, man. I'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, we'll see you.
See ya.
Andy Newbold on Scores and Stuff. That portion of the show brought to you by Mideastern Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning in Carlisle, the hometown source for residential and commercial work. We'll step aside for Ben Wademan and Roger Steig and the Athlete of the Week 2. Need insurance? Insurance you can really count on? If so, turn to Dan Imming at Imming Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Dan and his staff will provide you with the insurance coverage and service you deserve. Whether it's auto, home, life, health, or commercial, your choices aren't limited either. Imming Insurance Agency represents many outstanding companies, so get covered by the best. Call Imming Insurance Agency at 594-4536 or stop by 589 9th Street in Carlisle. Imming Insurance Agency, a proud supporter of Clinton County sports. Farmers State Bank is dedicated to the communities they serve. They've been making home loans for over 100 years. They are and will continue to be a strong, steady, common-sense leader that's always focused on what's best for you and the community. And remember, Farmers State Bank has loan professionals standing by to assist you in making the right decision for your needs. That's Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. An equal housing lender, member FDIC, NMLS number 404955.
Seaver Brothers has what you're looking for. Take a spin with Seaver Brothers and drive home in your new or pre-owned Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, or Dodge truck today. Let Seaver Brothers give you the car buying experience that no other dealership can offer. Seaver Brothers stands behind their products and also has an outstanding service department with qualified technicians to keep your vehicles running strong. Stop by Seaver Brothers, 811 Washington Street in Carlisle, or call 594-2624 for your next Seaver Brothers sales associate.
Nordyke Funeral Home is thinking about your future and offers secure, pre-planned funeral arrangements, relieving the emotional burden for those you love, allowing you to express your own wishes, and assures peace of mind with financial concerns when your family needs it the most. Nordyke Funeral Home has 5 locations in Albers, Aveston, Breeze, New Baden, and now Carlisle. Visit NordykeFuneralHome.com or call 588-3533. Striving to earn your family's confidence and trust, Nordyke Funeral Home with 5 locations.
What were we thinking when we designed the station? I'll tell you. We were thinking it takes all sorts to make a world.
Max 96.7.
Hello again, everybody. Rip here in the Bird Watson Health Mart studio on this Monday. Still to come, Roger Steeg, the Prep Athlete of the Week, and right about now, we jolt the Johnston Jewelers guest line again, this time for Carlisle Indians wrestling coach Ben Wademan. Ben, welcome back.
Thanks for having me.
Well, the season is over, but you had a lot of good stuff happen, and 2 of your grapplers went far, especially Nathan Hussman. Tell us about his trek up to the state tournament.
It was a good one. He started off as a sophomore and had some injury issues the last 2 years, so he actually never even wrestled in regionals up until this year. So ended up getting to the regional finals, falling a little short there. Fell a little short, last weekend at sectionals, and got his first berth up there. So I think he was pretty excited. It was nice to see that.
That's a great showing. That was in the 1A Fairfield Regional, and of course 1A at Vandalia. 0-2 at the state tournament this past week, and he wrestled on Thursday and Friday then?
Yes, yep. And actually the kid he lost to Thursday afternoon ended up winning the whole thing. So.
Oh, the one do you know who that was offhand?
Holston was the kid's last name.
Now, was he
a
from
freshman?
Illini Christian, was that the second bout?
That was the second kid. Yeah, he was from Prairie Central.
Prairie Central. I was someone told me at the basketball game Friday night that he lost to the eventual champ. Hey, if you're going to lose, that's one way to. I lost to the best. He turned out to be a best. Did you think he had a real crack at winning either one of those, Ben? Were they each by fall?
Yeah, he lost by fall, but the first kid, I mean, he was only down 2-0, and there was probably 15 to 20 seconds left in the first period of that first match, and he just made a mistake. I mean, and honestly, I told him I'll take the fall for it because I told him to hit the move that he hit, and the kid was kind of setting him up. So, but kid was good. Second match, I think he just got over anxious. He was pretty excited to get a second match, and just got caught. I mean, it's just.
And he knew he had to win that one, right? So I mean, he was ready to do some damage.
Yep. No, he went up there. He gave it all.
Sure.
And I mean, he looked good and he had fun, and we were just proud of him that he got that far. I mean,
now he was in the 195 class.
Yes.
Who did in past years go the furthest for you, Ben?
Minch last year made the state, and he was the first state qualifier we've had since.
Been a while before.
Roper and Vonar and all those guys.
Exactly. So, but yeah, Matt, that's kind of interesting. He didn't. I mean, originally wasn't planning on coming out 3 years ago, right? He didn't for his freshman year, and then he kind of got tricked into it by some food or something.
Actually,
I read Matt Wilson's story in the Union Banner. Yeah, snow cones. It was easy.
We were selling snow cones. He played basketball his freshman year and came to us and talked to us at the snow cone machine during the street fair, and that's his sophomore year. He came out. I mean, he had ups and downs. It's a tough sport. So
yeah.
But I mean, he went from being an under 500 wrestler to winning 30 matches this year. So
is that what he marked up? So what was his overall then? 30 and what? Do you know?
I think he was 30 and 8, 30 and 9, somewhere around
8 or 9. Wow, that is a heck of a final record there, and that's terrific. And he's a lone senior too, so he had senior night all to himself a couple of weeks back, 2 or 3 weeks ago now, I suppose.
Yep.
Does he want to wrestle in college or something? I mean, I have no idea what his plans are or anything, but would he like to keep wrestling?
I don't know. It's tough. I mean, I know he's going into the Army. So,
oh, is he? He'll be doing wrestling and everything then. That's great. Congratulations to him. We need more good men like him.
Yeah, he's going to do all right wherever he goes. I would like to see him keep going. I know I talked to Zach Zvonard, and Lindenwood showed a little bit of interest in him and Dale, so we'll see what happens there.
Let's get to Dale Allen right now. He was around 220 on the season, and he won at Vandale. He won a regional crown.
Yeah, he won the regionals over at Fairfield pretty significantly. And
really? He dominated, huh?
Yeah, and we got the regionals, or sectionals rather. I would say his weight class was probably the toughest one there, if not one of the top 3 toughest. I mean, there was 5 ranked kids in the weight class.
Oh man!
Including him, and they only take the top 4. So, unfortunately, one of them can't go.
Yeah.
So,
but he held his own, and maybe on another day, another time, he could have advanced to have 2 or 3. Sure, that's the way it works with a lot, huh? And he,
yeah,
go ahead, Ben.
I was 3 out of the 4 guys that advanced were all seniors.
Okay.
Kid from they lost to Friday night at sectionals he was only a sophomore, so I mean he'll be back, but I think Dale can beat him too. So.
And he's going to get another. He's a junior. Dale is, right?
Yeah. Yes.
He had 30 wins also.
Yeah, I think he was 30-10.
2 very impressive records there by Nathan and Dale.
Yeah, tough kids. I mean, they really worked hard.
You got to be tough. This isn't a lame sport, is it?
Not at all. It's definitely not for the faint of heart. That's for sure.
No, and it's a whole different mindset. I mean, this is one-on-one combat.
Yeah, for the most part. And
Yeah.
I always play it off as a gladiator sport, but it's tough. It's not like anything else. That's for sure.
That's I admire them. That's great. I never did any wrestling beyond upstairs on some old mattresses after watching Wrestling at the Chase. My brothers used to beat the heck out of me.
It's a little different than that, but
of course I was the good guy, so I never got any breaks. The bad guys always won.
Of course not.
My brothers were the best.
Of course.
It got so sad. I used to write letters to Wrestling at the Chase. They must have laughed when I got those. I said, your referees are terrible.
Well, that's pretty much what I said at regionals.
It's still going on in the real stuff, huh?
Yeah, if it wasn't for my wife, I probably wouldn't have made it to sectionals.
Okay. Hey, you also had an alternate. It didn't pan out because guys didn't, chop off there. But Mason Lucas?
Yeah, Mason went up as an alternate as a freshman. He had a really nice year for the most part. Started off strong, kind of piddled off a little bit in the middle of the year, and then really came back at the end. And he looked good at regionals. Hopefully he'll continue the way he looked then next year. I'm taking a bunch of the guys down to freshman sophomore state this weekend. So
very good.
Hopefully he goes and it just keeps going. He's got a lot of talent and a lot of promise. I mean, actually all the freshmen we had were, pretty much everybody else were freshmen. So
name everybody if you want to, Ben.
Ethan Williams. Ethan Williams he's a freshman. He was at 106 and 113, and then
Mason and
Mason was at 126.
Braden
Way was at 152. Trevor Everhart was at 152. He was a sophomore. Keaton Mitchell was at 160, and we had Bryce Marlowe and Ethan Fouch at 182, and Hussman at 95, and Dale at 220. So
113. Is there a lower weight class than
106?
106.
Yeah.
Okay. I was thinking it might be, mid to high 90s in there. I wasn't for sure.
It used to be years and years ago.
Used to be? All right.
Yeah, and then they moved it to 103, and about 6-7 years ago they went to 106.
All right. And you lost. Well, I don't know. Did you lose 1 or 2 from last year? What was that, Ben? Through graduation?
I think we lost 2 last year.
Lost a couple.
Yeah.
But this is a pretty good group, and everybody you mentioned, I know you're sky high on. Hopefully all of them if they work at it and get. But Dale's got a real opportunity, doesn't he? Since he's already been up, through the sectional and all that, he's got a lot of experience there.
Yeah, he just needs a little bit more. So, I mean, he was a very light 220 pounder. I mean, he was only weighing around 205, and those guys were running around at 215 to in between 215 and 220. So, I mean, that makes a huge difference too, giving up 15 to 20 pounds.
Did he have trouble making weight then? Is that it?
Oh, he had no problem at all. He could eat whatever he wanted to eat. He just couldn't gain it.
That's what I meant. He couldn't get higher, closer to some of maybe the average as far as that goes.
Yeah, I mean, he beat a lot of really good kids. So I mean, he had a good season, and again, he came out as a freshman. I mean, he's a third-year kid that's really adapted to the sport. So,
yeah. How many years for you now at Carlisle High, Ben?
I've been there 9.
9.
I've been there since the beginning.
9, so. And I know you have in the past all the time good cooperation and backing from the families and such for sure.
Absolutely, yeah. We always seem to have a good group of families come through there, so they always seem to chip in and help out, especially with getting the kids to where we got to go, and when it's fundraiser time, they all help out pretty good. So. I don't have any complaints. No,
and you'll try and keep them busy as much as possible, I suppose, in the off season through workout conditioning, whatever.
Gonna try, but they're kids.
Exactly. There's a lot going. As long as you can keep away from the computers, actually, the internet, then you can get down to biz pretty good. But otherwise, that jams things up a little bit. Hey, do you think you're gonna have a few incoming prospects next year?
Well, we have one 8th grader in the kids program, and that's it.
One 8th grader.
And then, and then hopefully we'll get a couple new freshmen or sophomores or juniors or seniors. I don't really care what they are. I'll make them work no matter what.
Go to that snow cone machine again, Ben.
yeah. I might have to go back to that. That seems to be the answer. But we're gonna try. We're gonna do a junior high team next year, as opposed to the kids club. So hopefully that'll open up the branch it out a little bit.
Might boost things a little more, really.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we're looking for. I mean, we're seeing some of the kids come through in the kid club, but they're not all following through. So hopefully with the going with the junior high program, they'll see it, they're going to see success, and they'll just stay with it as freshmen. So
exactly. We'll
see what happens.
We'll tip the cup to that. So, hey, Ben, appreciate you coming on again, and have a good off season. All right, you're doing a great job.
Thanks for having me.
All right, Ben. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Yep. Bye-bye.
Ben Wademan of the Carlisle Indians Wrestling Club. They're not wrestlers. This is the real deal. They are wrestlers. A timeout is due, and then we'll dial up the Prep Athlete of the Week. Stay tuned.
Companies are hiring again. That's good news. Bad news, you don't have the skills they're looking for. Kaskaskia College can fix that. KC's welding technology program can set you up with the skills industries are looking for. More good news, classes are available at KC's Trenton Center or Crisp Technology Center. Call Sean Morris at 545-3406. The demand is there, the pay is there. Where are you? Kaskaskia College, your future starts here.
At Country Financial, we're more than just an office you may pass by as you drive through town. We're a part of your community and help support the programs that make our neighborhoods thrive. We take the time to get to know our customers. We know that every situation is unique, and our goal is to understand yours so we can help you be confident about your financial security and your future. Come see me, Teresa Richards, or Keith Wilkin on Main Street in Breeze.
Find the perfect car, truck, SUV, or crossover that fits your budget at Breeze Motor Sales on Old Route 50 in Breeze. Breeze Motor Sales offering new 2018 Ford vehicles and a wide pre-owned selection too. Breeze Motor Sales has kept your vehicles in tip-top shape with genuine Ford parts for over 100 years on Old Route 50 in Breeze and online at breezemotorsales.com. Breeze Motor Sales, your family dealer since 1913.
Reverman Chiropractic in Breeze would like to say thank you to our patients, staff, and local healthcare professionals for their continued support and cooperation as we celebrate 10 years in business. At Reverman Chiropractic, our focus is to work with you, the patient, and your other healthcare providers to deliver the best and most effective care possible. Please take advantage of our evening and weekend hours and call 526-4700 to schedule an appointment with Dr. Craig Reverman or Dr. Travis Isaac.
Remember what it was like to expect the unexpected?
I never realized it was so complex.
Guess what? The feeling's back.
You're on Max.
Oh, that feeling. Rip here in the Birdwatching Health Mart studio where the time is 6:36. That time drop is brought to you specifically by Breeze Furniture, Jan's Uniforms. Go over there and say hello to Mark. And buy something, why not, huh? Here we go for the Athlete of the Week.
You're simply the best. Better than all the rest. Better than anyone. Anyone I've ever met. Oh, you're the best.
The Clinton County Prep Athlete of the Week is brought to you by Easy In Travel and Breeze. Escape to paradise with Easy In Travel and Breeze. Call 526-2201 and by Little Augie's Pizza in Breeze. The choice for pizza, pasta, and more. Call 526-7040.
Here we go. Central Cougars basketball standout Faye Meissner. She is our Athlete of the Week. Last week, here's what she did in a quick sum. She poured in 42 points in Central's 2 regional victories. She also went over the 1,000 points plateau. Congrats on that. She turned that trick against Columbia on Tuesday. So Faye Meissner of the Central Cougars gets a $10 gift certificate to Little Augie's Pizza in Breeze. I believe that's her second championship as far as being an Athlete of the Week goes for this 17-18 basketball season. Let's divert for a bit. We'll come on back. Stay tuned. We're not done yet by a long shot. Roger Stieg is approaching.
McKendree University is a great place to continue your sports career. It's also a great place to continue your education. McKendree offers a wide range of degrees, including master's degrees in business, nursing, education, and professional counseling. If you'd like, you can access McKendree's quality education through the flexibility of online degrees. To learn more about McKendree, log on to McKendreeOnline.com or call 1-800-BEARCAT. McKendree University is ready when you are.
Southern Bus and Mobility is your Brawnability dealer in Breeze. Brawnability features the broadest lineup of wheelchair-accessible vehicles with more brands, entry types, features, and price points than any other manufacturer in the industry. See for yourself at Southern Bus and Mobility why a new or certified pre-owned wheelchair-accessible Brawnability vehicle is the only way to go. Call 526-4131 or stop by just east of Breeze on Old Route 50.
Good times are waiting at Brett's Wildlife Lodge and Winery, just north of Carlisle on Route 127. There's no better place to see live music than the Brett's Outdoor Stage, hosting bands every weekend. The kitchen at Brett's opens at 3 on Monday and Tuesday. They open for lunch at 11 Wednesday through Friday, and they have breakfast Saturday and Sunday starting at 8, with dinner available daily. Brett's Wildlife Lodge and Winery is a great spot for a meeting, a party, a get-together, or just to grab a bite to eat. Call 594-8830 or go to wildlifelodgeandwinery.com.
Hi, this is Dr. Matt Palm at MedPlus Physical Medicine in Carlisle. Whether you want to lose a few pounds for vacation or you want to get rid of lots of excess weight, it's time to take advantage of our safe, effective, and affordable weight loss program. With an individualized plan based around an appetite suppressant, a metabolism booster, and diet and exercise counseling from physicians with backgrounds in nutrition, let us get you on the path to a healthier lifestyle. Call MedPlus at 594-3671 to set up your free consultation and to get you on track to a healthier you.
If I turn on the radio?
The music is great and it doesn't cost anything.
It's Max 96.7.
Good evening once again, everybody. Rip here in the Birdwatching Health Mart studio, just in passing, but it's important. There was a very nice article. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Buy a post, swipe, or whatever, on Brian Everskirt. That was in today's post. Of course, they failed to mention his hometown is Hoffman. It's not Carlisle. But I set Ben Hockman straight. No, in a very polite way. He's a great writer. He did a super job there, but from now on. But anyway, go to those archives, pick up a paper, however you need to check it out. Ben did a real good job on Gertie. That's that. Roger Stieg is after this. If you're looking for Nissan quality, be sure to check out what Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan and Centralia has to offer. Munkin's has the entire field covered with a great lineup of Nissans, including Maximas, Altimas, and Sentras, SUVs and crossovers, and Titan and Frontier trucks. And you can relax when you shop Munkin's because you know you're getting the better deal every time, along with terrific service after the sale. For your Nissan, log on to Munkin1.com, or better yet, visit Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in person, Route 161 West in Centralia.
Winter has brought about change for 12 Oaks Vineyard. During the winter months, our tasting room is open by reservation only. So please gather your family and friends and call us at 594-7459 to make your reservations. 12 Oaks Vineyard wine can also be purchased at Hoffman Supermarket, Carlisle IGA, and the Columbian Club in Carlisle. 12 Oaks Vineyard at 18975 Vogel Road, just 3 miles south of Carlisle, and at 12oaksvineyard.com.
This broadcast is a presentation of Wcxo Sports. Wcxo Sports is brought to you by the Benoff Insurance Agency in Breeze and Trenton, Breeze Dental Care, K&J Chevrolet, Reverman Chiropractic and Spinal Rehabilitation and Breeze Motor Sales, Southern Bus and Mobility, Kaskaskia College, the First National Bank of Carlisle, Reekman Brothers John Deere, St. Joseph Hospital Breeze, Med Plus Physical Medicine and Brett's Wildlife Lodge, State Farm Insurance Agent Steve Klosterman and Hardy's locations in Breeze and Carlisle, Breeze Family Vision, Tempo Bank, Country Financial representatives Keith Wilkin and Teresa Richards, and Area CC Food Marts. WCXO Sports since 1999. The sports voice of the Carlisle Indians, the Central Cougars, the Mater Dei Knights, the Westland Warriors, and now the Christ Our Rock Silver Stallions.
Welcome to our music warehouse. Lucky you're not the one who has to refile all these CDs. Playing everything.
You've got Max 96.7.
Welcome back into the Bird Watson Health Mart studio on this Monday night, every Monday and Wednesday, 6 to 7, Saturday mornings, 9 until 10. This is the President's Edition. Can you tell the difference? No, maybe not. Okay. Hey, incidentally, Wednesday night, one of our guests is all locked up. She is Lindenwood Belleville basketball player. Oh, man, you talk about a scorer. Tori Corman. And we'll have another guest or two, of course, as well on Wednesday. But right now we've got one on the Johnston Jewelers guest line, and we slide over to Centralia for Orphan Annie's basketball coach Roger Stieg. Roger, welcome back.
Well, thank you. Nice to be with you.
And to clear up or update my intro, I guess, Roger, you've been the Annie's coach for a long stretch, but you're entering that retirement phase. I suppose we offer congratulations, right? A job well done.
Well, thank you very much. I've been head coach of the girls here at Centralia High School since Ann Murray retired, and it's been 15 years. It's been a fast 15 years, that's for sure.
I know it. So I was wondering, I couldn't remember actually if somebody stepped in for a year after Ann or not. So you took over right after she departed.
Yes, after she retired, I took over the Annie's position. I'm trying to think how many years Ann was head coach. I know her husband, Tony, was head coach 1 year when Ann was pregnant.
That is right, yeah.
And so it's been the Murrays, and they've been the coach for the Annies until Ann retired. And I took over head girls coach in 2002, 2003.
Oh,
2003, 2004.
Okay. And of course you have carried and you still carry other titles there too. I mean, you are the girls athletic director, right?
That's correct. And
cross country?
Last few years been head cross country coach.
Cross country too.
Been with cross country for 31 years.
Yeah, I thought you were with them for under Rod White for a while, and
yes, Rod for many years, and then when Rod stepped down and retired, and JJ DiMatti. He came back to Centralia, and he became the head cross country coach. So I stayed on as assistant for him, and then when he retired, and I became the head cross-country coach, and Kyle Blanchard was my assistant.
Kyle, okay. And is it Kyle, I believe, out of Salem? Or anyway, I know the name from
No,
Salem.
Kyle came to us from Belleville.
Oh,
Belleville,
wow.
Belleville
Okay.
East. So
Okay,
he's been
okay.
here numerous years. He's been girls track coach at the old high school, and when I became the head coach, he came and talked to me about becoming the assistant, and glad to have Kyle with me those 6 years.
You've also, taught a subject or two or three too, haven't you? You've had actual classroom duties as well, right, Roger?
Yeah, yep. I still have a couple classes that I have since I've been the athletic director, so been pretty busy.
Exactly.
With doing different duties.
And I think it was right off the bat when you came to Centralia, you went to work as the assistant orphans basketball coach.
Yeah, so I first came here. Bob Bogle was the head
Bob
coach.
Bogle.
And, he helped bring me in, and Rod Schertz and I came in together. Rod was JV
My
coach,
goodness,
and
yeah.
I was sophomore coach. Graham Updike was freshman coach.
Oh, good names there, Roger. Especially
yeah,
Graham. I haven't
yeah.
even heard his name mentioned for a while. That's good.
And then Coach Rod Church was here only 1 year, and he went to Denton. If I believe right, Coach Church came to us from St. Elmo. He'd been at St. Elmo and then came here 1 year, and then he had an opportunity to go back home to Denton. So he did, and then I became JV coach for a few years, for I believe 3 years, and then I was Coach Bogle asked me if I'd work with the freshmen. I'd worked as a freshman then for 14 years, I think. So it was total 18 years with the boys program.
18 years. And of course, Coach Bogle, he was your coach at Nashville with those Hornets. And wow, did you have a lot of success there?
Yeah, we had some good times there at Nashville. Had some great teammates, good coaches, a lot of community support there, and was fortunate enough to be on the '78 state tournament team, state championship team in Class A back in 1978. We had some good guards in Barry Morris, Mike Broviak, and Paul Patton was a shooter outside.
Yeah, he was.
John Jankowski was the other starter. And, Rich Deering was a good senior, and Brad Robbleman, and Keith Mashoff, and Randy Ruggles, and Mike Priest, and we had some good players come off the bench too. So that was a really exciting time there in '78. Had a lot of success there.
It was, and people, when you have a good, same thing happened in Carlisle with Tom Michael. I mean, people from everywhere came to watch you guys play, wherever it may be, and all the way down to SIU and up to state, of course. Did you ever want the? I don't know if I've ever. Did you ever want the Orphans head coaching job, or how'd that break for you?
It kind of broke up there. I didn't get that question.
Did you ever want the head coaching job for the Orphans? Were you
yeah,
off?
I talked to when Coach Bogle left. I threw my hat in the ring there, and that's when they brought in Rick, Coach Moss.
Okay.
And then, so other than that, I mean, I had applied for the Nashville job when they hired Darren Lee also. Other than that, I had not looked at any other positions.
Well, obviously you could have done the duty for sure. But back to the Orphan Annies, the last year or two or whatever, it's been a little tough, but you've had your upside there too. And one thing about it, you always had your players prepped for the next game, and they played hard for you. Sometimes you don't have all the talent. You got to have a few kids who can really play, and it's not always there, no matter how big a school is.
Yeah, the girls this year, wins and losses weren't. The wins weren't as many as we'd like to add, but the girls that had on the team were wonderful young ladies. They worked hard, competed well. We were in a lot of games this year, and we just kind of struggled scoring some points this year, and that happens sometimes.
Yeah.
When you're not able to put some points on the boards, it makes it tough. But really enjoyed coaching these young ladies this year, and they were a good group, and they were a fun group to have for the last year.
But you've had your share of talent for sure, and some have obviously went on to college and so forth, and you've had some a highlight reel or two as well. So I mean, it's all been good.
Yeah, it's been a great experience. Having all the young ladies play for me, and all the young men that played for me, and as underclassmen, hopefully I had a little bit to do to get them prepared for the varsity games, and as they got older, for the boys, and then the girls, just tried to teach them the right way to play, correct way to do things, and correct way to act on the floor too. And it was just great experience. I was proud to be here at Centralia High School.
Yeah, I can't be any other way on the boys and girls side, whatever sport in your case as well. But what was the? There had to be, at least at first, a difference or two that came to mind quickly when you started coaching the girls. What was the most noticeable thing that maybe caught you off guard a little bit?
Well, I mean, the speed of the game was a little bit different, obviously. But the girls that I had my first few years, with Julie Garrison and Jasmine Matthews and Kristen Barrow and the Parker twins and May Peoples, and we had some pretty good group there. Ann left me with, and I think if I remember right, we were 20-10 that first year, and we lost 5 games to Mount Vernon.
Is that right?
Twice in the conference.
Wow.
They beat us at Salem tournament, beat us at Muscuda, and then we played them in the regional. And so 10 of the losses of Mount Vernon gave us 5.
Unbelievable. I see. I guess that was Coach Rennie's team, right? Sarah Rennie?
Yeah. Yep. We had some good battles with Coach Rennie. I always enjoyed playing Mount Vernon. Had some good battles with Salem and Janet over at Salem.
Host, yeah.
So, she had some really good teams over there, and we had some real good battles in their tournament, and we played them. They were in the Effingham tournament too, and I enjoyed one year we played Coach Hari and his girls over in the shootout over in Nashville. They beat us on the last second shot, if I remember right. Close game.
Yeah.
We had a lot of battles with a lot of schools, and that's what I enjoyed the most, was just the competition. Trying to defeat the other team and working hard to do so, and just the competition and seeing the girls work hard and boys work hard too.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You had players that, and most of them do around our area. I mean, they're out there. It doesn't always work out, but they want to play and they pay attention. They listen and they practice hard and they do their best to try and get it right. And sometimes they really succeed. But yeah, the competition and the camaraderie between you and the other coaches and so forth, that's a blast.
Yep, that's what it's all about. And you take those memories with you for a lifetime and cherish those. As I tell the girls every year at the end of the season, you'll enjoy the camaraderie and the friendships that you've made, and playing basketball and playing any sport that you're on. Always enjoy your teammates.
Of course, the bad thing was over in Nashville, Coach Hari, he always cheated, didn't he?
No. Well, I remember that game. I remember that game. We were getting ready to shoot a free throw.
Uh-oh.
And all of a sudden the music came on.
See, there was a time.
I kiddingly looked over at him and told him, I don't see how you win all these games over here. So that was kind of funny. Yeah.
That's pretty good. I'm going to have to ask him about that sometime. But,
They'll remember that.
What's crazy, and you still see it year after year, but definitely over a 5 and 10 and 15 year spread, it's pretty significant how the girls' game has developed, isn't it, Roger?
Oh yeah. Every year it seems like the girls get more talented and get better. Competition gets tougher, and they've come a long way. They put in just as much time as the boys and work just as hard, and they have just as much pride too. So if you compete hard and play hard and do the very best, that's all I've ever asked of any of my teams, and that's kind of some of the things I remember from them.
Among other things, some of those gals can really pop that 3-ball too.
Oh yeah, yep. And it's surprisingly how well they can shoot it. But they, like I say, they put in a lot of practice, a lot of time to develop their skills, and and usually when you're put in the time, you're usually rewarded for that.
And I don't think you'd even want to count up all the hours you put in on the hardwood and in the fill room and everything else. But there's a lot that goes into it. And I also know though, and this is a group too. It adds up over 15 years, but you've had some good assistants as well. Oh yeah.
I remember when I took the job, I asked Coach Updike if he'd stay on for a year or two, and he said he would. So it was a joy having him, and then Coach DeMonte was my assistant coach, and he also helped me at the freshman level when we needed him there. And so he was with me numerous years. And John Fisher from Salem has been with me as my assistant to JV level for the last few years. And I've had several freshman coaches. Like I say, JJ helped me. Heidi Lizdie's been with me ever since I've been here.
Oh, really? Okay.
Arlene Covington's been with me. Ashton Tellison has helped me. So I've had several people be my assistant, and I appreciate all their hard work too.
Yeah, very good. We're with Roger Steig for a few more minutes here on Talking Sports on a Monday night, who is stepping down after 15 years at the helm of the Centralia Orphan Annies. Let's see. Seatown gave you your own day, Roger Steig Day, I guess, a key to the city and everything. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that was surprising. I did not have a clue that was going on. I told Coach Shipley, when he was giving those speeches, that he talks too much. But I really appreciate that. It's very humbling. I know a lot of people went to a lot of trouble for that, and I really appreciate it. Very, very thankful for the friendships that have developed here at Centralia High School. And I like to thank my wife. She's put up, gave me the opportunity to have been coaching for 33 years.
You got it.
She spent a lot of time away from her and my children when they were little, and that. And, my family sacrificed a lot, and they know how much I love the game, and they've been there to support me every year, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, and that Shipley cat, he's pretty precise with stuff, isn't he, Reed? He's a good guy, and Centralia High, Shipley, and others all, I guess, pitched in and got you some kind of a wild, I guess it was really a remarkable looking plaque, huh? A crystal plaque?
Yeah, very nice little plaque they gave me, and it's engraved with my years of each sport that I coached and the years that I taught and everything. So it's very, very, very pretty, and I appreciate it.
But all this, it starts when you're young, and especially though, well, it has to start when you're really young, but then you really start molding things in high school and at college at Nashville and down at Ole Miss. So you brought the knowledge. All the kids had to do is, which doesn't always happen, but for the most part, they just pay attention a little bit, huh? Gonna be all right.
Well, yeah, had a lot of played with a lot of good players. I had a lot of good coaches. Roger Hobbs was my grade school coach in 8th grade when we won the Class M tournament. I think that might have even been the first year that they went to the Class M.
Oh, is that right?
If I remember right. My 8th grade year, and Coach Bogle, like I say, at Nashville, and then went to the University of Mississippi at Ole Miss and played 4 years, and had a lot of friends there, and met a lot of good people there, and played for Bob Weltwick and Lee Hunt down in Mississippi, and then was fortunate enough when Coach Bogle came here, they had an opening, and Centralia took a chance on me here, and I will forever be grateful for that.
Very good. Yeah, it was a great transition. Good move by Coach Bogle. Boy, I haven't seen him in a long time. I suppose he's in Pekin yet?
No, he lives in Tulsa.
Tulsa.
He's been at Tulsa
no wonder I
for
couldn't
quite
find
a few
him.
years now.
Oh, has he really?
He has a daughter who lives over there, and
right.
they've been over there for quite a few years now.
Actually, I think the last time I saw him was at the Centralia Sports Hall of Fame many years ago. That's been quite a while.
That's possible, yeah. He doesn't get back here a lot. I talk to him every once in a while, and he's doing pretty well.
Incidentally, your brother Brad, who did a lot of high school coaching, and I'm sure you taught him a few things too.
Well, I remember, he and I played a few one-on-one games when he was little. He got mad at me sometimes, but I wouldn't let up on him. But he had a great career in Nashville and at Milliken, and had a lot of success. Coached at Somerville starting out there, and then went to Salem, and then went down to Paducah Tillman. And right now, he's gotten out of coaching.
That's right.
Well, a couple of years ago, he got out, but so he's enjoying his time off too.
Well, I know he gave you quite a compliment too, either on Facebook and or Twitter. I saw it a couple of weeks back. So you stand in good form with him as well. And one quick thing on Ole Miss: do you still follow the program? I know you don't get time to go down there. I saw where their coach Andy Kennedy is stepping down now.
Yeah, I try to watch as many games as I can on TV and follow him a little bit. I was a little disappointed that Coach Kennedy was stepping down. He's done a great job down there the last 12 years. And I know this year has been a tough year for him, and I guess he decided it was time to move on and let somebody else take the helm. But I get down there every once in a while. Okay. I haven't been down there for a game lately, but I do follow. I watched them a few times this year and try to keep track of them.
All right, very good. Well, hey, Roger, appreciate your time tonight, and congratulations again on 15 terrific years as the Centralia Orphan Annies coach, besides the other entities there. And in that classroom too. So you did good for Seatown High.
Well, I appreciate it, and thank you. I appreciate all you've done for us, and all the other sports writers that follow the Annies and the Orphans here at Centralia High School. Thank you.
Thank you, Roger. You're good people. Enjoy those upcoming lazy days.
I will. Thank you.
Roger Stig of the Centralia Orphan Annies. Congrats to him on 15 actually remarkable years. All right, thanks to Roger and Ben Wademan and Andy Newbold. Wednesday night is Tori Corman and company. This is Talking Sports. Basketball is coming up. Real Sports Talk on Max 96.7 WCXO.
Talkin' Sports on Max 96.7 was powered by Brett's Wildlife Lodge and Winery in Carlisle. Talkin' Sports was brought to you by Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in Centralia. Kaskaskia College. The future's yours at Kaskaskia College. Emin Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. Nordike Funeral Home with 5 locations to serve your needs. McKendree University in Lebanon. Seaver Brothers in Carlisle. 12 Oaks Vineyard in rural Carlisle. And by Becker Jewelers with locations in Breeze and Highland and always online at beckerjewelers.com. Thank you for joining us for this WCXO sports presentation of Talkin' Sports on Max 96.7.